Welcome back! Today we're revealing the 14 shocking reasons you could be denied boarding at the airport. Mistakes that can ruin your trip before it even starts. Imagine showing up, bags packed, only to hear, "Sorry, you can't fly today." It happens more than you think. We've talked to experts and gathered the ultimate list of travel pitfalls that catch people off guard every day. From paperwork errors to last-minute surprises, this is your survival guide to making it on board. Stick with me. Every tip could save your next vacation. Let's jump in. Reason 1. Let's talk about a travel document that often gets overlooked until it's almost too late. It's the dreaded expiration date on your passport, rendering it invalid. And it's not just about the expiration date printed on the page. There's a hidden trap many travelers don't know about. See, many countries have a requirement that your passport needs to be valid for at least 6 months beyond the duration of your intended stay. This is often referred to as the 6-month rule. So if your passport expires in, say, just 5 months, you could very well be denied boarding at the gate, even if you're only planning a short weekend trip. Airlines are incredibly strict about this rule because they themselves face hefty fines and penalties if they allow passengers with improper or insufficient documents to travel. And if you're caught with an invalid passport, you'll be forced to scramble to obtain an emergency passport, which can be a stressful and expensive process. Or even worse, you might lose a significant amount of money on rebooking flights and accommodations. These rules are absolutely non-negotiable, so it's crucial to be prepared. Therefore, always check your passport's expiration date well in advance, ideally before you even book your trip. Set a reminder on your phone or calendar several months in advance of your trip to ensure you have ample time to renew if needed. And be sure to research your specific destination's passport validity requirements, as they can vary from country to country. Don't just assume your passport is valid. Double-check it against the specific rules of your destination. Taking a few minutes to verify your passport now can save your entire trip from disaster and ensure a smooth, stress-free travel experience. Don't let a simple oversight regarding your passport's expiration date ruin your carefully laid travel plans. Reason 2. Missing or incorrect visas. Every country has different, often changing visa rules. If you don't have the right visa or you miss a required transit visa, you're not getting on that plane. Airline staff check your visa status carefully. They can't risk fines. If there's any issue, you'll be denied boarding and face costly delays. Always research visa requirements for your nationality and trip purpose. Check processing times and transit needs. It's your responsibility, not the airlines. Get this wrong and your trip ends before it begins. Reason 3. Incomplete travel documents. It's not just passports and visas. Boarding passes, proof of onward travel, and health forms matter too. Missing even one document can stop you at the gate. Health forms, vaccination certificates, and digital boarding passes must be ready and correct. Airline staff have strict checklists. If you're missing paperwork, you're not flying. Make a checklist for your trip, print and back up everything. Check airline and government websites for requirements. Don't assume anything. One missing form can unravel your entire journey. Reason 4. Prohibited or suspicious items discovered in your luggage. This is a big one, and it's something that can really throw a wrench in your travel plans. Security is strict. If you pack banned items, you're definitely not flying. No exceptions. They're there to ensure the safety and security of everyone on board. And that starts with what you bring onto the plane. Obvious no-go's weapons of any kind. Explosives, including fireworks or anything that could be considered an explosive hazard. And of course, flammable liquids. These are pretty standard, but it's worth reiterating. But also watch out for oversized liquids. Remember the 3-1-1 rule? Don't forget about loose batteries, especially lithium batteries, or even certain foods that might be restricted due to agricultural regulations. If security finds something questionable, something that raises a red flag, best case scenario, you simply lose the item. It gets confiscated and you move on. But worst case, you're detained for further questioning and ultimately denied boarding. That's a travel nightmare. So always check the TSA's website or your local aviation authority's list of banned items before you even start packing. And remember, airlines may have their own extra restrictions that go above and beyond the standard regulations, so double-check their websites as well. When in doubt and you're unsure if something is allowed, just leave it out. It's better to be safe than sorry. Pack smart, be mindful of what you're bringing, and definitely don't try to sneak anything through security. It's not worth the risk. Be ready to explain anything unusual or anything that might look suspicious to security personnel. Careful and informed packing not only saves you potential stress and embarrassment, but it also helps keep everyone safe. Reason 5: overbooked flights. Airlines often sell more tickets than seats, betting some people won't show. If everyone does, someone gets bumped, even with a confirmed ticket. If you're chosen, you'll be offered compensation, but you might have no choice but to take a later flight. Check in early to reduce your risk. Know your rights. Many regions require airlines to compensate bumped passengers. Don't accept the first offer without asking about your entitlements. Being informed helps you handle this frustrating situation. Sometimes luck just isn't on your side. Reason number 6: a common pitfall for even the most seasoned travelers. It's the dreaded scenario of arriving late at the gate. The clock is ticking and the pressure is on. Airlines operate on tight schedules and have strict boarding cutoffs. These cutoffs are in place to ensure on-time departures. Miss it by even a minute, and you're unfortunately left behind, watching your flight disappear into the sky. It's a harsh reality of air travel. Once the boarding deadline passes, your seat can be reassigned and given to a standby passenger eagerly waiting for an opportunity to fly. And remember, the plane won't wait for anyone. Once the doors are closed, that's it. Boarding times are firm deadlines, not mere suggestions or flexible guidelines. Treat them with the utmost respect. Don't get distracted by the allure of shopping at duty-free stores. Those tempting deals can wait, or even a quick coffee run. That caffeine fix might cost you your flight. Instead, head straight to your designated gate immediately after clearing security. Time is of the essence. Factor in potentially long walks through sprawling terminals. Some gates can be quite a distance away. Account for unpredictable security lines, which can sometimes be surprisingly lengthy. And always be prepared for possible delays, which are an unfortunate but common part of air travel. Utilize airport apps to stay informed about any gate updates or changes that might occur. Aim to be at the gate well in advance of the boarding time. And remember, being on time means being at the gate early, not just arriving at the airport on time. The plane simply won't wait, regardless of your reason for being late. Being just a few minutes late can unfortunately cost you your entire trip and all the plans you've made. Ultimately, time is absolutely everything when navigating the complexities of an airport. Reason 7: unpaid fees or outstanding fines. It's not just airline fees. Government fines, taxes, or even old parking tickets can flag you in the system. If you're flagged, you'll be stopped at check-in and won't fly until you pay up, often with penalties. This can happen for unpaid child support, customs duties, or local taxes. Always settle official debts before traveling. Watch for notices from government agencies or airports. For most, it's rare, but if it happens, it's a nasty surprise. Responsible travelers avoid this headache. Reason 8: health or vaccination issues. Many countries require proof of specific vaccinations. No certificate, no flight. If you're visibly sick, airlines can deny you boarding to protect others. Always check health requirements for your destination well in advance. Visit a travel clinic weeks before your trip for necessary shots. If you're unwell, see a doctor and consider postponing. Don't risk being turned away or spreading illness. Health rules are enforced strictly. Prepare early and travel healthy. Reason 9: name mismatch on your ticket and ID. Even a small typo or missing middle name can get you denied boarding. Airlines and security need an exact match for safety and legal reasons. Double-check your ticket matches your passport or ID exactly. Every letter counts. If you've changed your name, bring supporting documents. Spot a mistake? Contact the airline immediately. Fixes can be costly or impossible last minute. Don't let a simple error ruin your trip. Triple-check before you book. Reason 10: unaccompanied minors without proper arrangements. Airlines have strict rules for kids flying alone. Miss a step and the child can't board. Age limits, paperwork, fees, and designated pickup/drop-off people are all required. If anything's missing, the airline will refuse boarding for safety. Always contact the airline in advance to understand their policy. Complete all forms and ID checks. Double-check every detail. Don't let a paperwork slip-up ruin a young traveler's journey. Reason 11: disruptive or intoxicated behavior. If you're rude, aggressive, or drunk, you can be denied boarding or kicked off a flight. Airlines have zero tolerance for threats, arguments, or ignoring crew instructions. Even a joke about security can get you banned. Be polite and respectful, even if you're frustrated. Drink responsibly, if at all. The captain has final say. Don't risk your trip over bad behavior. One outburst can cost you dearly. It's just not worth it. Reason 12: security concerns or being on a watch list. If your name matches a government watch list, you could be denied boarding, sometimes even by mistake. Security systems flag names for serious reasons, and airlines must comply. You may face extra screening or questioning, and if the issue isn't resolved, you won't fly. If you suspect you're wrongly flagged, apply for redress before your trip. Most travelers won't face this, but it's a reminder of strict airport security. Safety comes first, even if it causes delays. Be aware, especially if you have a common name. Reason 13: incomplete check-in. Having a ticket isn't enough. You must check in fully before the deadline. Miss online or airport check-in, and you're not on the passenger list. Arrive too late, and your seat may go to someone else. Always check in as soon as it opens, online or at the airport. Download or print your boarding pass. Don't assume you can fix it at the gate. Complete check-in early to avoid last-minute panic. Reason 14: sudden travel bans or government restrictions. Political events, health crises, or disasters can close borders with little warning. Even if your ticket is valid, new rules can stop you from boarding. Stay updated on news and travel advisories for your destination. Sign up for airline alerts and check government websites. Good travel insurance can help with cancellations, but read the fine print. Flexibility and awareness are your best defenses. Sometimes things are just out of your control. That's our rundown of 14 reasons you could be denied boarding. Preparation is everything. Double-check documents, arrive early, pack smart, and be respectful. A little effort now saves a lot of heartache later. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share with your fellow travelers. Let's help everyone avoid airport nightmares. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and see you in the next one. Travel smart, and may your flights always take off on time. Bon voyage!